Okay guys, let's be real. There's nothing left to do here in Animal Crossing, so I'm gonna go get a job. Alright, maybe I can't even do that. Oh yeah, you're right. I do have COVID. Well, I guess I can't go get a job in real life. Maybe I can get a job in Animal Crossing. We've been over this. Villagers can't get COVID. Ooh, I can do that, Pom Pom. I can do that. You're right, someone does need a wash apple. I'll do that. Alright, now that it's clean, I can go in for the bite. No! Alright everyone, today there was a very exciting data mine that I saw leak in the community. It was from the user Stoney on Discord, who told everyone that they found code for female nurses and male nurse villagers, where villagers would be wearing these nurse costumes. They also found code of after-school jackets for some villagers. Now this was a very big feature in Happy Home Designer. In Happy Home Designer, you could make schools and hospitals that villagers would wear things like after-school jackets and nurse outfits. There's also very interesting things in the code that the jocks and the cranky villagers had these after-school jackets, while the female villagers had sailor tees that would look like outfits that female villagers would ideally wear in school. So we found hospital gear and school gear. There was also a leak that was found earlier that was called business mode that was found in the code, which obviously business mode could work with this hospital school update. Now a lot of people are running home saying that Happy Home Designer update will come to Animal Crossing with an expansion. While we don't know if that's the case, and this is just a rumor, and these leaks and data mines should always be taken with a grain of salt, there's a good chance that there will be a big update like this because Nintendo did confirm earlier that in the fall later this year, we would be getting a very fun and engaging update with lots of fun and engaging activities, which definitely goes hand in hand with this update. What's more fun and engaging than having your villagers go to school and interact with them in a school setting? There's also been lots of complaints from players of the game saying that villagers are lacking a personality. Well, if you go to school, if you go become a nurse, you can see what your villagers do with their jobs and see what happens, right? I think that you can tell a lot of someone's personality based on the job they do and how they do that job. In terms of how this update would work, I dived into Happy Home Designer, I watched gameplay of the game, and it seems like you can just design your own hospital, design your own school, and then your villagers go there and have like fun little activities, and it would be the same thing in Animal Crossing New Horizons but expanded. To start off, you'd obviously be able to create and customize the school and hospitals yourself, which makes a lot of sense because we're lacking a lot of community buildings. The one big rumor is we're getting a coffee shop, and everyone's very excited for Brewster to come to the game, but the coffee shop would be an extension of the already existing museum, so it wouldn't be a new building. We have plenty of space for new buildings on our island. It'd be super fun to build a school, build a new hospital building. We have a lot of space to take up for that. So what would it be like to have a hospital on the island? Well, your villagers get sick all the time. I would say 2 to 3 times a week my villagers are getting sick. Maybe you can assign 2 to 3 villagers to become nurses to take care of villagers when they're sick. There could also be a wellness center inside of the Animal Crossing hospital for villagers to come to for different types of problems. Jocks who get hurt while working out, cranky villagers and their boomer bones, peppy villagers losing their voice when they scream. They can use this to show their personalities and also fix their problems at the hospital. As for the school, I mean, come on now, our villagers are not educated. We need to educate our villagers. Do you hear half the things that come out of our villagers' mouths? The code suggests that these villagers will become students rather than teachers. So who will be the teacher? Will Isabel step up to the plate? Her role is much smaller in New Horizons than in previous games, so maybe Miss Isabel could be our teacher for our animal kiddos. Or even better, how about a new NPC? I love an older shark woman. She looks terrifying, like she could eat all the villagers, but in reality, she's the nicest teacher ever. What will happen in the schools? I think a recess area where the villagers can hang out and play games together, like musical chairs, could be a lot of fun. Watch your villagers play games while you sit in the background, or maybe even join in and play with them. I think that could be a lot of fun. And of course, class time. How about a story time where villagers can talk and tell stories to each other? I have talked about how we need to see our villagers' personalities more. Let's have them tell stories, read books, or maybe even the teacher, if it's Miss Shark, can educate us on Animal Crossing tips and tricks. There's a lot of things in Animal Crossing that go unspoken. Like, there's a lot of things in Animal Crossing I still don't understand. I'm sure there's a lot of things in Animal Crossing that you don't understand. So maybe they can use this school as a creative way to teach new players and players who maybe don't fully understand the game 100% all different Animal Crossing tips and tricks. Like, okay, for example, how to grow plants, how hybrid flowers work, and how to improve Animal Crossing villager relationships, how to get villagers to leave your island, how to get villagers to come to your island. This could be a very fun way of sharing Animal Crossing education and make the game even more accessible to new characters. And finally, DIYs. I have played the game for 1,300 hours, which I know sounds ridiculous, but I only have 5% of the DIYs. Maybe every day at school, the teacher can highlight a new DIY recipe and show interesting ways of how to use the item that they're talking about. For example, today class, we're learning about a brick fence. This can be very powerful at making sure scary intruders don't make it into your house. The other day when I was trying to get my teacher beauty sleep, Zucker was snooping over my house. I had to build a brick fence so he couldn't come inside anymore. Alright everyone, don't stare at Zucker and laugh at him. He's learning. He's a wholesome little kid. These are just some of my ideas of the new Animal Crossing update. Like I said, many YouTubers have been talking about this, so I wanted to share the news with all of you. I thought it was really worth reporting and discussing the possibilities. But yeah, in the code, the Animal Crossing leakers, they have found code of Animal Crossing villagers wearing school outfits and nurse outfits, and of course this business mode, and it's just very, very interesting. And I think it really works with what the Animal Crossing creators have been talking about, how they've been talking about how they want to add new, fun, engaging activities this fall and later this year. I think this would be the perfect opportunity. Remember, all of this you have to take with a grain of salt. There is never a 100% guarantee until we see the update in the game. Since we've had an Animal Crossing drought lately of no news, you know, anytime we get something little like this, it's fun to think about the possibilities and where the game could potentially go. Thanks for watching. For more Animal Crossing news and updates, make sure to subscribe to me for the latest. I'll see you later. Goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and ring that bell for daily Animal Crossing videos. I'll see you later. Bye.